Hey guys, what's going on? Chad back with you on the RC Models and More channel. Today is Memorial Day 2017. Just wanted to say thank you to all of those who are currently serving and have served in our armed forces. And thank you to all those around the world. Also a good day, of course, to think about those that we love that are no longer with us. So since it's a day off here in the States, been just kind of fixing some mini quad accidents that I had over the weekend here. Wanted to talk about DJI apps and the compatibility with Android devices. This is one of the biggest topics that I always get when I put up an app update video. People talking about if they still haven't made an app that's 100% perfect with Android, and I have a lot of some experience with this. I used to run an NVIDIA K1 Shield Android tablet back when the Mavic first came out. I was running on the regular DJI Go app, and then the Go4 app came out. And seems like it was right about then when all of these problems kind of started. And I honestly ended up getting rid of the K1 just because the performance was lagging. Even though it's a high performance laptop, I was getting a lot of stuttering video and stuff, and it didn't work as good as my iPhone 7 Plus or at the time my iPad Mini 3. My biggest attraction to the Android devices was always the screen recording capabilities, because I like to have the built-in screen recorder, so that way it would help out with the tutorial videos, and would also allow me to keep better camera settings and see what I was doing, so that way I didn't have to go and repeat things over and over and over when I was testing filters and things like that. Now, back when I had the K1, there was some trickery that you had to do to get the most performance out of it. All the people who use Android know all about putting it in developer mode and dedicating resources and force closing all the other apps and everything else. And I was able to squeeze as much performance out of it as possible, and the DJI Go app always worked fine. But like I said, I ended up getting rid of the K1 just because I could tell that it was lagging in performance. It was stuttering and everything like that. So fast forward again to April of this year, I wanted to try out a K1 again because I just got tired of chasing screen recorder apps for iOS and them constantly going up and going down, and I'm not into jailbreaking or nothing like that, so I really wanted to get that functionality. And at the time, I also wanted to use the HDMI output with the K1. This time though, using the Go4 app, it was the worst experience ever. Constant crashes, force closing all the different apps. It would never recognize the USB. I would always have to select the DJI Go4 app, and then I noticed there was features that were missing, like focus peaking. There's a couple other things that were missing too, but I can't remember offhand. Now here we are in May with the 4.1 update of the Go4 app, and there's been plenty of updates this year on the Go4 app, and it seems like no matter what, they cannot fix Android. It always keeps crashing, and so I sent the K1 tablet back again to Amazon. Thank goodness for Amazon. DJI lists a list of compatible Android devices, and the viewers that I get comments on and things that I see on Facebook groups are using devices that are on the list, devices that are not on the list. It seems like, when there's an issue, the small percentage of people always kind of cry out. But I know I personally experienced this, and I think that the majority of Android users have these issues. There was a big couple hundred 500, 600 word, 20-step instruction dossier that somebody wrote about how to make it compatible with marshmallow or nougat or something like that. I went through all of those steps and it can never get the app to stop crashing. It would crash. There was no rhyme or reason to when it would crash. Sometimes it would crash when you would take a picture, sometimes it would crash when you would hit record, sometimes it would record. It would crash just for no apparent reason if you're just flying along. Everything disabled, screen recorder off, it didn't matter. And it sounds like a lot of people are still having those issues. I don't know what the resolution is to this at all, besides get an iPhone or an iOS device. And I know that's a horrible thing to say because, you know, some of you guys don't want to do it, and I don't blame you. I've always had iOS devices, and I've never had any problems as far as crashing or anything like that at all. It's just personal needs that drive me nuts because I don't understand why DJI does not include a screen recorder. Oh, here's my wing girl. I don't know why they don't put a screen recorder built into the app like Dji and Autopilot does. It'd be pretty cool. I don't understand why they don't do that. So I guess the most important thing is if you guys have any known device configurations that seem to work or anything, you know, put them in the comments below and let people know, just because it's super frustrating for people. It was for me. And you know, when we got our $1,000 machines flying up there, we need a stable connection. I don't understand what the problem is. If it's DJI, if it is the hardware, if it is the Android OS. But I mean, we're going on 6-7 months now. They're not allowed up here. We're going on 6-7 months now where it just does not work. It totally crashes. Big YouTuber guys that I watch, DJI, the Never Mind Your Own channel, you know, he went to the Azores and shot all these beautiful videos and stuff, and it's funny because he's just showing his app just constantly crashing. He's a smart guy. He's done a lot of the same things that I have done to the K1 to try to get it to work, but like I said, I know this problem isn't limited to just that. There's Samsungs and Nexuses and everything else that's out there. So that's it, guys. Hopefully one of these days we'll have a combination of app, operating system, and Android device that will work. Until then, we're just kind of stuck with what we got, I guess. It's really unfortunate. DJI has to realize this problem, and I just don't understand why they choose to ignore it, or if they just really don't know how to fix it. I honestly don't get it. So anyway, guys, have a good holiday, stay safe, and we will see you on the next video.